Okay, we got a Revan and Jynx. I like it. Okay, and then after that, keep scrolling down. You're going to see a chat avatars bit. It'll say player avatar size. Click names only, and it should get rid of the pictures that are taking up the screen. All right, did everyone get all that knocked out?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Darshgar, you still working on it?
Pulling it up right now.
All right, cool. So we'll officially start once he gets in. That's just some quick stuff we can knock out.
I'm ashamed to admit that it took me till about an hour ago to realize why the game masters were called auditors.
No.
Afterwards, I was like, oh my god, how did I miss that?
It's all good. It's all
Really?
good.
I mean, we get to be Nexus.
I know.
Well, oh yeah, that's the in-story reason. The also real-life reasons because, GM is trademarked by Wizards of the Coast, so we couldn't use that if we wanted to.
Sure.
But yeah, no, I do like
I thought
Auditor.
it was
It's
GM that was taken by Wizard of the Coast, not GM.
oh yeah, I use those interchangeably, so yeah,
Most people do.
yeah.
No, auditor is cool. Once I realized the reason behind the name, yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm on Roll20 right now. Where do I go to join this?
Did you have the link for the game?
Not on my computer. It's on my phone. Hold on.
Okay. I should be able to send it to you. I'm gonna have to leave the game real quick to pull up the link.
No, it should be fine. I got my Facebook up on my computer right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Have to let it log.
Got you. So I'm assuming everyone here is already familiar with the books.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll make sure, in case we have someone who's like been dragged here by a friend and never actually read the books, we can give some kind of background for them and avoid spoilers. Okay, Max J, is that you?
All right, I just launched.
All right, Max J. And Justin L.
Yeah, that's me, Darshgar.
Okay, so you're Justin L. Who's Max J? Do we have someone else hop in?
He just jumped into Roll20.
Oh, okay, was that Go Max Go? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we know if he has a mic or if we're going to be doing the typing game? Can you hear me all right?
Sure.
Okay, so that should be everyone here, so I say we get this going. How about y'all?
Let's do it.
Okay, Go Max Go, you should be in the game. You're Max J, correct? Alrighty. So, some of y'all have heard this already. I'm going to go over it again. This is the Land Role-Playing System character selection. Thanks for joining us. These characters are going to be pre-made selections. In the future, the next month or two, we're going to have an actual way to create your custom-made characters. So these are just going to be for the playtest, or if you like them, you can bring them on ahead and adjust them as you will. So first thing we're going to do is a little bit of housekeeping just to get the Roll20 set up to be easier for us. So click on the gear icon over to the right side of your screen. On your display name, change it to what your character's name is going to be. Pretty much all of you have already done this, unless you just joined in. And then once you do that, we're going to scroll down, still in the settings, to where it says Chat Avatars, and then Player Avatar Size. Click on the drop-down bar and hit Names Only. It's going to take away all of the pictures above our names. Okay. Jynx, you want F4. And once you get through that, just let me know and we'll continue.
If you have the BTTES settings, you can take them away altogether.
Oh, can you now? All right, is everyone ready to go on to the next step?
Ready.
All right, rest of you, I'm taking that as silence is acceptance. So let's continue.
But
What's that?
what?
I'm down. Let's do this. Darshgar needs to get into the land.
Sounds good. Okay, this is going to be a fun part and a very boring part. So, here are the pre-mates we have available. We have the 8 basic types of magic and 4 variations of each one. Every character here is going to have 2 magic attacks, an offensive one, a utility one, a ranged weapon, and a melee weapon. So you can technically build them however you want. They're not trapped down towards a certain, you're not stuck being a mage, you're not stuck being a rogue. You can make it however you want to once the actual creation mechanic is implemented. So just look through the list, find one you like, and when you do, over to the right of it, you see how you have the little codes like D1, A4. Type that into the chat bar, and then once you do that, I basically have to go and make your account really quick, make your character, and then I'll link it to you so you can look at it. And so this is going to be one of the slower bits because I have to do all this myself. So, once we get these knocked out, we'll be on our way. And at any point, if you have questions about this, just, let me know. I'll do the best I can.
Okay, so just to clarify, what exactly is it that you want us to type in the chat bar?
So you see how at the end of each line of characters you have like a L1 or an F4? Type that code in.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Revan, you want D1, which is Dark Magic Arcane Gnome? Okay. So Revan, D1.
Sounds fun. Gnomes rule.
So now we're going to let you guys pick an icon which is going to represent you when we have encounters and such. So as you can see, some of these have already been taken. So just go through the list, and when you find one you like, just type in the number or letter in the chat box, and then I'll attach it to your account. All right, Crete is 67. The good old archer. Now let's set up the tokens. Alright, Crete's is done. Okay, that part is done.
Should I be able to see Crete's name?
What's that?
Should I be able to see Crete's name? Or is that an accident?
Yeah, here. I meant to click that for all. You should all be able to see each other's names. I just forgot to click it. I did it on Crete so no one else's. So yeah. Thanks for pulling that up. So you should be able to see each other's names. Yeah. One little box. If I don't check it, it doesn't do it. Okay, can everyone see each other's names?
Yeah,
Right there. Okay, so on to the next bit. These are going to be our macros and basics. Everyone go to your journal. It's going to be the second button over. It'll be like a little newspaper. You should see your character there. Click on your character. And inside it, you'll see a bio info, character sheet, attributes and abilities. We're going to go over to the attributes and abilities. And under the abilities, you're going to see primary attack, ranged attacks, magic attack, a whole ton of little things. Click the show and macro bar for each of those, and they'll pop up underneath all of our names. And these are basically going to be quick buttons that you can click for our combats and most common skill checks. So basically, if during combat on your first play session, you want to go use your axe, instead of having to go into your character sheet, find your axe, and then click that button, you can just click the button at the bottom of your screen, and it'll roll you both your hit and your attack at the same time. Just a way to streamline the process.
Right.
What's a token action?
A token action?
Yeah,
Where are you seeing that at?
right there next to the show and macro bar.
Let me look real quick. Token action.
Okay, so we set up whichever macros we want.
Show us. Don't click those. That's what you meant. And what was the other one?
Okay, so which ones are we clicking on here?
The show and macro bar for all of the abilities that are shown right there. So everything from primary attack down to perception. Because all of these characters should have these same ones set up already.
Mine's showing dual wield. Do I click that one as well?
Okay, yeah, that's probably a special perk of your class then.
Cool.
Okay, and once we get all those clicked, is everyone done clicking them? So after that, let's shoot over to the character sheet next to the attributes and abilities. This is going to be a basic breakdown, if you ever played, like D&D and stuff, of your character. There are some differences from, like, other styles or other kinds of games. For instance, we don't use initiative for combats, we use combat speed. And
Hey, Darshgar, we can barely hear.
what's that?
I was going to say I could barely hear because there's a lot of background noise.
Okay, I'll go back through it again then. So basically, we don't use initiative, we use combat speed, because, initiative is one of those little trademark things. So during a combat or something, how we're going to do it is on the screen, there's going to be a little box that's going to pop up, and it's going to look like this, little turn order box. Your icon will be on the game board. Click on your icon, and then go on your character sheet and click combat speed, and it will pull that roll into this box, but only if you've clicked on your icon first, which we can't do right now. But if you did click on it, it would show up in the turn order box, and then we could organize it nice and cleanly. But as you can see, over here, like those macros you've rolled, if you click those buttons, it'll show up on the chat bar right now. So go on and hit one to give it a try to see how it pops up.
What are we hitting?
The macros you've set up, or you're clicking on them just to give them a try and see how they show up in the chat box.
Let's see.
Yep. So this is how skill checks and like combat effects are going to be handled. Especially in this early setting, it'll mostly all be in macros. 1 or 2 checks. So if you go,
I just did the dual wield and it just gave me a syntax error.
That might be one they haven't finished putting in yet. Okay, so those are all your macros. There are other checks though that aren't set up yet. If you go into your character sheet, or next to the attack button, it says skills with a C next to it. Those are all your common skills. Next to each skill name, you have a little dice button. You can click that to do a check. Anyone can use the common skills. It's the uncommon skills in the next tab over that you can only use if you have a rank in it. So, if you don't have a rank in force survival, you can't use that skill. But if you have, a rank in, say, metagaming, well, that's a common skill, you can use it. And just so y'all know, metagaming, it is a common skill, because, in the books, the land was a video game before they actually went to the actual place. And this follows the same concept, You know this as a video game. So during an encounter, you could roll a metagaming check because you might have been in this area in the actual game, so you might know something about it.
Sorry, I had to pull a Richter there.
I see that. It's all good. Okay. Have all of you gone through your character sheets and have a good feel for them?
Yep.
I have a question. So
Sure.
we say it's a D20 system, yet
It's a D100
everything we
system.
roll is a D100.
It's a
Okay.
D100 system.
Okay, that I've never used,
That's all good.
but it doesn't sound too complicated.
It's not. Like, it follows the same things of, hey, certain, attributes give you plus modifiers. Just instead of on a D20, it's a D100.
I'm going to date myself. At least it's not THACO.
Okay, if y'all want to go through your character sheets and, fill out a little bit of the info, like your haircut, stuff like that, flesh out the character a little bit. Let's take like 2 or 3 minutes so y'all can go through that and familiarize yourself with your characters.
Quick question. Do all the characters have different special abilities?
You mean like the almost limitless one?
Yeah.
I don't believe they do right now. I haven't actually gone through and looked at all of them. But, again, these are very basic, basic selection ones just for playtesting. Once the actual game launches, you'll be able to, like, earn other abilities and skills. Because my understanding of it is they don't want anyone to really start, it was super unfair advantage. You're all going to have the almost limitless, but it's going to be more, actions in-game that earn you abilities and stuff like that.
Are there any racial, like age, height thing, norms we should be looking at?
What do you mean, like, for your characters, like, elves are like
Yeah.
500?
Yeah,
just...
so, I'm not an elf that's, 5'4". Or is he supposed to be short, tall?
I mean,
or...
I'm of the belief of, make your character as you want it to be. Because, even in the books, we have some crazy, like half-breed races you'd probably never actually see. So I'm all for, making it how you want because, they're all chaos seeds. It's all random. You don't know what you're going to get. So I don't think there can really be a wrong, character like that. So make it how you want.
For class profession, should we fill that out now or?
No, you can leave that on blank for now because I'm not sure how they want to work that on into the main actual system. Like, just, make, like, your basic character, like, how you look and things like that.
Right.
That's for, like, allegiances and stuff. Yeah. I'm not sure how they're going to spawn the characters in, or if you're going to wind up in a random kingdom or what. The one thing I can tell you, though, is the role-playing game, it doesn't take place on the same continent as the actual books. It'll take place on a different continent, so there won't be any, like, hard connections between the books and the role-playing system. But we also can't, break, his world and, yeah, there's dragons everywhere. No, that's not a thing. But, like, it's in the same world, but they're not directly connected in a sense. Okay, so all y'all ready to go?
Should we put our alignment also or no?
No, you can if you want.
Okay.
Do we need to worry about alignment or allegiance or anything right now?
You don't have to. Like, if you want to throw your alignment in, feel free. But it's not an essential thing, honestly.
Okay.
Like, this is more of just getting you ready for your first actual your playtest session, because during that, you'll have to describe your character and stuff. This is just to get you thinking about it, so you know how it is. As opposed to when I did it, I made my character like as part of my first play session, and then when it came up, okay, what do you look like? I'm like, oh God, I think I have hair. I probably have eyes. I hadn't given it any thought, so this is more of just trying to get ahead of the curve. Okay. So for our next step, we're going to take you guys. So y'all should see like a hallway in a room and all of your characters, right?
Yeah.
So now that we have your characters out, I'm gonna actually have y'all do the turn order. So find your character, click on it, and then go to your character sheet and hit combat speed. And now it should show up. So yeah, I mean y'all are rolling crazy high.
I'm an idiot. Where do I hit combat speed?
So after you click on your icon, go to your character sheet, and it will be down there underneath your like underneath your armor and stuff, or above it. I'm having a brain fart right now. Pull it up.
It's above it. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's right underneath
gotcha.
age and height.
Oh yeah, cool. There you go. So that's how you do the turn order stuff. So how we're gonna do this now? We're gonna do a little mini like encounter session just so you can get a feel for how the game flows and plays. You're sitting at your computers. You're playing the Land video game, and all of a sudden, the air around you starts vibrating with energy, and you see chaotic particles start flowing from your body, and then your vision goes black, and you wake up in this dark corridor surrounded by a few other people. Down the hallway, you can see what look like glowing candles and blue shapes on the floor. What do y'all want to do in this sudden realm of existence?
Did he just go the way of Spider-Man in Infinity War?
Maybe, maybe not.
I turn around and see a bunch of people. I'm like, whoa, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you? Where the hell am I?
Okay. And also, you can click on your characters and like move them around. You do have movement speeds on there, and how you do your movement speed is on the left little toolbar. You see like a circle with a ruler in it. Click on snap to corner, then put it on your character. Hold down the right clicker, and you can measure out your distances. Most of the classes can move at least 6. So like, you know, Revan right here, he can move up to here at 6 squares, or 30 feet. So that's how you would tell your distances. And then you would go back to the clicker and actually grab your character and move them up like that.
How'd you do that?
What, with the distance?
Yeah.
So on the little toolbar to the left, you'll see underneath the magnifying glass, there's like a little ruler with a circle.
Oh, okay.
Click on that and then go down to snap to corner. Then you just hold down the square you're at, or snap to center, either way. And then you move, you know, it's a quick little measuring tool. You can also, when you're holding it down, right click and it will put a dot there, so you can figure out how you want to do turns. So like if you're standing right here by the table, you can like, okay, I'm going to move here, and then move here, and then move here, and that's all my movement space. You can also, when you have the mouse click, you can hold down the left click and make like circles like this. You know, I want to attack, you know, the guy in this corner, so it's, you know, easier for me to see what you're talking about, or anyone else. Okay, so you're all in this corridor, and you know, you're screaming, "Who the hell are you? Who am I? Who are you?" What happens next?
I'm gonna creep down the corridor till I figure out how to make it move.
Go to actually move. Click on the little mouse clicker, and then you can just pick up your character and drag like that.
I notice glowing light in the distance and creep slowly.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Jynx.
Creep up to the edge here and look around the room.
Okay, Jynx. Give me a perception check, would you? And you too, Revan. Okay, Jynx. Darshgar, hold back 1 second. So,
Okay.
y'all are walking forward, and you step on these panels. Jynx, you realize you've just stepped on a trap. Revan, you just feel the ground. You feel the ground below you start kind of giving way, and you think it feels cool. You're not worried about it. But Jynx, I want you to give me a balance check.
There it is. Ew.
Okay.
It's horrible.
So, you manage to kind of hop off to the side where there's a little bit of a tiny walkway. So you don't step into the trap directly, but now you're kind of hanging precariously on the side of the trap. So throw me athletics or acrobatics to see if you can jump clear of it. Okay, so you make a jump, but you don't quite make it out in time, and you fall into the trap with Revan, but you don't get hurt quite as bad. So.
Oh, I see the spikes now. Fun.
Yep. So Revan, you are going to take 6 damage, and you're still in the trap. I'm sorry, Jynx is. No. Yeah, Revan is. Jynx, you managed to kind of jump out part way, but it still caught you a little bit, so you're taking 5 damage, half of what you would have. And then to change your damages, if you click on your icon, you'll see some little buttons, like a red circle, a green circle. You can click on that, and then just minus the amount of damage you take. So, Revan, if you took 5 damage, yep, and it does the math for you. And then Jynx, you took 6. So I'll knock that out for you real quick. Okay. And so now, Revan, you managed to get away. You have some cuts on your leg from the spikes. Jynx, you're standing in a spike pit. It's not a deep one though. It's about knee high, so about 2 feet up, and the spikes are about 1 foot high. So you have some spikes going through your feet. You're not a very happy camper.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I think he's.
Oh, okay, I
over.
messed it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. We'll switch that around. Okay. So, reverse what I just said. Darshgar and Crete, y'all have just seen this craziness happen. How do y'all want to react to this? And Revan, you are still in the spikes, by the way.
I say, help! Get me out of here! Fucking hurts!
I'm just kind of going to laugh at him for a second before helping him out of that pit.
Yeah, I'm just turn around and try to help him out.
Okay, and that's Jynx about to help him out?
Yeah, I'm closest.
Okay. For that, give me another balance check to see if you can help him out without falling in. Okay. So, you lean over to grab him, and you manage to pull him out without falling back in yourself.
Yay.
So now we have a Revan sitting over here, and still have Darshgar and Crete on the other side of the trap.
Hmm.
Pull a trigger.
He goes last anyway, right?
What's that?
Could be an
He goes last anyway, right?
athletics check to jump over
Yeah.
that pit.
You could try to jump it if you want. I would need an athletics check if you want to try to jump it. And Revan did see on the edges of the trap there are it's like a tiny little walkway. You could try to balance over it.
Okay.
So those 2 are your options that have been noticed already.
I pull a Peter Griffin and just kind of sit here and grab my knee and just go, ah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a balance check to use the walkway.
Okay, so move your character up towards the spikes and then give me a balance check.
Is there a way to make the icons face a direction, or do they always face that direction?
There's a way to, kind of like that.
Oh yeah.
Here. Okay. And Darshgar, you did a okay, so you managed to balance over it without much trouble at all. You're not sure how that other guy fell in, but you get over quite easily. And what about you, Crete?
We're gonna jump it.
You gonna jump it? Okay, throw me athletics.
If he's running in my direction, I'm getting out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Move over. One.
Okay. So, Crete, you get a running start from all the way back in the hallway, and you make a jump an Olympian would be jealous of. You sail over it like it's not even there. And now, you've all entered this room. You see candle lights surrounding 3 blue, like, runic magical imprints in the ground. What do y'all want to do? You also see some books where it looks like tables with some books and scrolls on it.
Perception check.
Yeah,
Okay.
perception.
I'm
Okay.
gonna look at
Check for
everybody
more
and say, was that
traps.
seriously just a spike trap?
I want to...
Do we recognize any of the symbols?
Oh, so your perceptions. Okay, so Crete, you see, you don't really see that many hidden things. You see tables with books and stuff on them, but you have to be closer to actually, try to read what's on them. And Revan, you just see a room with some pretty candles.
I make my way towards the symbol with the pretty candles.
Okay. Darshgar, you just see the pretty candles. You don't even notice the blue things that they're surrounding. Did who was it? Crete, I believe. Did you want to investigate the books that you noticed, or do you want to maybe check around the back of the room? There's something over there that was out of your sight.
Looking at the floor.
Looking at the floor.
I'm looking for any traps. I don't want any more spiky things in my...
Fair enough. Okay. So over here on this table, you'll notice the book. It looks like the text on the cover is shifting. Like it keeps changing every few seconds.
I'm gonna walk over to the... Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, are you going to try to read it?
Yeah, I'll try to read it.
Sure.
Okay. So you open up the book, and you see languages you've never seen before. You can't even comprehend what it means. And as you're flipping through, you come across one in English, but it's not like how books are normally written. It looks like an online chat room almost. And from what you can read, it is just the most toxic chat room you've ever seen. It's like a 9-year-old is just going to town insulting everyone he's ever met, but he's actually really good at it, and just everyone who gets on this chat room just leaves crying and horribly depressed.
Guys, I just logged into 4chan. They called me short.
All right. And as you picked up that book,
Shit!
you notice in the far circle, a net troll starts to materialize, being drawn in by the caustic hate from the online chat room. And he looks pissed, like he's ready to go.
Do I have any weapons on me?
Yes, you all have weapons on you.
Well, I mean, I just got transported, right? I don't know what my body has.
I kind of look at the troll, look back at you guys, look at the troll. And I'm like, shit.
Yeah, if you go check your attack page in your character sheet, it'll have your equipment. Everyone has a melee weapon, a ranged attack, and 2 magic spells. And to use them, you should be able to just click on your macros. Okay.
I'd like to ask if I could, stash that book before we get into battle.
Sure, as it's materializing in, you just throw that book in your back pocket like this could be useful later.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, as it materializes in, it lets out this blood-curdling scream of hatred. And you all react negatively, like it's already started insulting you. And you just, you know it's going to hit you hard. You're not going to be able to take this very well.
Oh, bitch!
And Revan, we're at the top of the round with you.
Can I... Let's see. Use my magic attack?
Sure. Okay, and what's that one do? If you could just read out the description for me.
It says 1 target and 25 feet, cooldown 1 minute. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 dark damage and takes a -10 penalty to accuracy checks until the end of next turn.
Okay. So that hits him and actually does a crit. And how crits work in our system is basically you have your armor value, mental value, and dodge value. Those are your defensive values. If a hit is 50 points over it, so like if I have an armor of 50 and you hit me with 100, you crit me. And you actually managed to crit him, so he's going to take 16 damage as opposed to 8, and he now has trouble hitting you all until his next turn.
And can I
So-
move over out of the way, maybe over here?
Sure. And you can do movement before and after. You just can't go over your maximum amount, which in
Right.
this area you'd be hard pressed to. Okay, so you shoot this bolt of shadow into the troll's face, and it hits him right in the face, and he gets this like dark glowing, almost like face mask covering him, and he can still see through it, but not quite, so his depth perception feels off. Okay, Jynx.
I'm going to. I guess I'm going to do a. What's the range on the weak flame? I didn't see one listed.
Let me check your character sheet real quick. I'll say I think
one adjacent. Okay.
Okay, so you'd have to be next to him then.
Yeah. So I guess I'm going to use my my bow and
Okay.
ranged attack.
And then that used mana, so I have to.
Yeah, so you subtract the mana, and you have a mana regeneration rate. It's usually, I think most of them are around 4. So after each round, just add 4 back to your mana.
Wow. I look like I've never shot a bow in my life.
So Jynx, you pull back your bow with real shaky arms, like you have this massive troll in front of you, and you don't know what to think of this is real or not yet, and you go take a shot, and thankfully he's such a big target, you actually manage to hit him. You hit him in the left arm, and he looks at it and just kind of like flexes the arrow back out of his arm, but you hurt him a little bit.
Okay, and then I'm gonna kind of move over into the corner.
Okay. Darshgar, how will you save us today?
All right, so I was already thinking about this. My spell has a 50-foot range, and I'm going to use Weak Pacify.
Okay. What is its stuff?
Says one target in 50-foot cooldown, 1 minute on a hit. The target cannot take action until the end of my next turn. Only works on creatures level 9 or lower.
So a 70 does hit it. So you shoot this bolt of, nullifying energy at the natural, and it hits him dead on, and you see him kind of just, go a bit limp, like he doesn't care what happens for the next little bit of his life. Okay. Did you want to move any before your turn ends?
No, I'm not going to move.
Okay. On to Crete.
Simple longbow. We're just gonna shoot him.
Okay. Okay. So, you take a well-aimed shot. Where are you trying to hit?
Oh, I'm going for the face.
Okay. So, you take a shot, and it's just a bit low. You hit him towards the center of the chest. You're just slightly off, but you do still manage to do some damage. What's your damage roll? Okay. So, it's a shallow wound, but, it still drew some blood.
I don't know. I'm gonna
All
stand
right.
right there.
Okay. And now our good old net troll, he's just kind of just bobbing back and forth, like he doesn't really feel like doing anything right now. He's just gonna sit there and think about his choices. All right, on to Revan.
Can I cast Cloak of Shadow?
That's one that hits yourself, right? You should be able to, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get +5 bonus to your dodge. Okay. So, if you have a dodge check, just remember to add 5 to it.
Okay.
Did you want to do any moving, or?
Yeah, I'll move back here.
Okay. Alrighty, Jynx.
Okay, I'm gonna move up here so that the table. Is this a table right in front of me?
Yeah, it's a table.
Okay, so the table's between the troll and me, and then at a closer range, I'm gonna try to ranged attack again with my bow.
Okay. Okay. So again, you have a shaky shot, but you still manage to hit him. You hit him in his thigh, and he really feels that. He doesn't like that.
Oh no.
Okay. Next we have Darshgar again.
Well, the skills and cooldown. Has anybody taken actual damage?
I have 6 damage from falling in the pit.
I thought you had 10. I had 6.
No, he had less than damage because he managed to kind of jump out of the way of it. So his damage got cut in half.
No, yeah. So then I took 10 because
Yeah,
that was.
I'm the one. Yeah, Jynx is
Okay,
the one who kind
yeah.
of jumped out of the way a little bit.
So then I'm at 9.
All right. So wait, which one are we talking about here?
So Revan has the 10 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see the names for Revan and Crete. Not Crete. I see Crete's name, but I don't see.
Yeah, I can only see Crete's name. I can't see anybody else's.
I see Crete's and mine.
Okay, I can fix that. That's just one thing that didn't get clicked.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and throw out my range attack. Use my bow. Shoot it in the face.
Okay. And you should all see each other's names now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Darshgar, you take another shot at its face, and you kind of hit it in its gut. Your shot went low, but he really feels that one. He takes 10 points of damage. Like, you hit him in the stomach, and you see this dark blood start oozing out of him. Okay. Did you want to do any more movement?
I'm not going to move either.
Okay. On to Crete. You good, Crete?
Thank you. Crete, you're on mute.
All right, it's your go. You there, Crete? Crete, it's your go, man.
Is he go Max go? Because he's on mute.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, go Max. You still there?
I think Crete's frozen in fear.
Yeah, we'll give him a few more seconds, and if he doesn't come back, we'll just give him a turn when he gets back. See if he sees the in-game chat. Okay, when he gets back, we'll give him a turn then.
Alright guys, I was muted.
Okay, cool, you're back.
My
So-
bad. We're gonna try Ash of Earth. Fast. One target. Yeah. I want to move a little closer though.
Okay.
Get right in his face.
Okay, can you hit the actual the attack roll for it so I can see some dice rolls?
Sorry.
No, you're good. Okay, and that does what, like blind for a turn?
Weird spell. It's yeah, blinds. I don't think it was critical, was it?
No, it's not.
Okay. So yeah, it blinds the target.
Okay, so you shoot some mud into his face, and you hit him just right. So he's having some trouble seeing. Like first he's blinded by shadows, now mud. It's not his day. Okay, did you want to do any more movement or?
I think I'm gonna. What goes on if I stand in the circle?
Okay. So you move over there trying to, investigate a circle. The net troll, he is just going to come running forward to the last person he remembers seeing. And he is just going to start swiping his claws at Darshgar. And he's going to start throwing out witty claws. He's going to be comparing whoever's near him to other authors that have sold less books. And since he's blind, I'm going to give him a minus 50 to his roll. So does a 60 hit you?
How do we determine if he hit with that?
Go to your character sheet. You have armor, mental, and dodge. For this one, it is going to be against armor. So you have to have a 60 or higher armor value for it to not hit you, since he's blinded.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh no.
There you go.
There, he's back.
No, you're back.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, no, it hits. Sorry.
That's all good. Okay. It's good. Okay, so, he starts just throwing out some swipes while, just comparing you to other authors. And, the insult actually sticks. It doesn't hurt you too much. He's probably just saying that to be a dick, but it still kind of hurts you a little bit. Okay, and then...
4 damage.
Yep, it wasn't... He had the lowest possible roll he could on damage. Alright, on to Revan.
See, I kind of noticed this table over here and kind of make my way over to it.
Okay.
And then, since I'm behind the troll, can I drop into sneak? Or am I already in sneak?
In stealth?
Stealth.
Well, the troll's still blind, right?
Yeah, he's still blind till his next turn. And if you want to try stealth, throw me a stealth check. Okay, so you're being kind of sneaky. While he's blinded, he definitely doesn't see you, but once that wears off, he might see you.
But with my, I think it adds 25 because I casted.
Oh, when you're under your thing.
Yeah, it says plus 25 to bonus to its stealth checks for 10 minutes.
Okay, so 70. So yeah, you're being pretty damn sneaky. He definitely does not see you right now. And when his spell wears off, chances are he still won't see you.
All right. I pull out my. What's my range? Pull out my crossbow and shoot it in the back of the head.
Okay. Okay. So you make a pretty good clean shot. You don't quite stick it in his head, but it does hit and then bounce off. And it knocked his head around pretty good. He's feeling the pain. All right, was that it for you?
Yeah, I kind of turn over towards the stable and kind of inspect the stable.
Okay. Jynx, on to you.
Alright. Let's see here. I am going to shift to this in between the tables. Yeah, right here along the wall and do another ranged attack. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, so that's a crit. Okay, where were you aiming at?
No, just his back.
Okay, so you pull back with your bow and you make just a dead perfect shot and you hit him dead in the spine. And he kind of stumbles forward a bit, but after a second he starts picking himself back up, but he really felt that one. All right, do you have anything else?
Is there anything on the tables in front of me?
No, they're just empty tables.
Okay.
All right, Darshgar.
Well, since he's decided to come face me head on, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my longsword.
Alrighty.
and I'm just going to start hacking away at him. I doubt that hits, but...
It does. It does.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you kind of get a fumbling swing off. Like, you're really surprised when it actually hits him. It doesn't dig in too much, but you do draw blood.
That's what matters.
Yep. Oops. Shit, what was this? Thought that before. I think it was 35. That's fine. Okay. All right. Did you want to move anymore, or you want to stay up and personal?
No, I'm good. I'll stay
Okay.
where I am.
All right, sounds good.
Keep his
Crete,
attention.
it is on you.
All right, I think what we're gonna do here is, since I'm in a good flanking position, we're just gonna longbow him in the neck.
And the where?
The neck.
Okay, the neck. Okay. Throw me a check.
Yeah.
Or an attack. Okay. So, you take a shot, and you do hit him in the neck, but it's more of a glancing blow. It doesn't actually stick in, do any real damage. But, you know, he kind of felt it. It felt like a mosquito.
Nice. And I think I'm gonna run.
Okay. Where to?
I'm gonna go over here, behind this little thing over here.
Okay.
He's gonna start swatting mosquitoes pretty soon.
Okay, and then our good old Ned Troll, he is going to cast something of a spell, and he is going to aim it right here at this table, and it's going to hit both Jynx and Crete. So, he drops a somewhat funny, spicy meme. You must shield yourself from it. Does a 64 hit against both y'all's dodges?
And my dodge is only 33.
Okay, how about the other
Yeah,
one?
it hit.
It hits both of you? Okay.
Yeah.
So, you both, like, in your display, a meme appears in front of you, and it's literally just like a pile. It's like one of those old, the original memes, where you know, just a picture with a black border, and it's a picture of just shit with the title shit, and then the subtitle is shitty shit shit. But it's more than just a picture. You can smell it, and it feels like it's the worst pile of shit you've ever experienced. And you both just start throwing up on the ground, and you both take 14 damage from it.
Okay, done.
All right, next to Revan.
Fascinated by this table. Is there anything on that table?
The only thing that was there has already been grabbed.
Okay. Well, still behind them, so I'll just take out my crossbow again and shoot them.
All right. Okay. Where were you aiming?
Head again.
Okay, so you take a somewhat shaky shot with your crossbow, and you just hit him in the back. Like, it wasn't really close to where you were aiming, but you did manage to hit him. And again, it feels like a mosquito bite to him.
Then I'll move back to this corner.
Okay. And then Jynx, onto you. Did we lose him?
I think he left to reconnect.
Okay, yeah. No, Discord's been having some real issues the last few weeks. No surprise.
Yeah, I had to do that earlier when y'all couldn't hear me.
Yeah, no, it happens at least 2 or 3 times every session. Like, it's a thing.
It happens.
Yeah, can you hear us, Jynx?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you loud and clear. And it is
Okay,
your turn.
Yeah, I was trying to switch from my phone to my computer for the audio, and I could hear you, but apparently my mic's not working on my laptop. So
I got you.
let me think here. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep shooting him with my bow.
All right, sounds good. Okay. So again, another shaky shot. The presence of this troll it's a bit much for your nerves. You manage to hit it, But again, these arrows aren't sticking in. He just feels like he's being swarmed by flies. Okay, Darshgar, the man with the sword.
How wounded is he looking to me?
He looks extremely haggard. Like he's not quite dead, but he looks pretty close to it.
All right. And how tall is he?
He's about 12 feet tall. Probably about double your height.
All right. I want to try to climb him and then stab him in the head.
Okay. Give me an athletics check first. Okay, so you manage to jump on him and start, using the arrow to start climbing up him. Give me a balance check. Okay. He starts shaking, trying to get you off, and you start losing your balance, but you hang on at just the last moment, but you're not quite standing up as high as you'd like to be. You're kind of hanging on for dear life by one of the arrows embedded in him. And, yeah, give me an attack when you're ready. Okay, so since you're barely hanging on for dear life, you manage to hit, but it doesn't cut quite as deep as it should, so it only does half the damage as you would have done. Because you're kind of just being flailed about right now.
That's fine, as long as I'm holding on and still climbing next round.
Yeah, you're still hanging on for dear life. Okay, next is Crete.
Okay, so he goes high. I'm gonna go low.
Oh no.
We're gonna run up. She me with the shit. So do basically I don't know what a kukri is, but we're gonna stab him in the knee. Try to take him down.
It's kind of like a curved machete.
Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna go for a kneecap.
Okay, throw me a roll. Okay, that hits. What's the damage? Nice. Okay,
Not too shabby.
So you run up to him and you stab down into his kneecap, and it's a pretty big kneecap, and you get it just above it, and your blade just sinks in really deep, and he lets out this blood-curdling scream. And he's losing a lot of blood. He doesn't look very good right now. Okay. And now the next roll. He starts shaking vigorously, trying to get this nasty little human off him. So, Darshgar, give me no balance check. Oh. So, you grab onto another arrow sticking out of his back, and you have one holding from the front, and you're kind of just pushing them in as much as you can to hold on for dear life. And you manage to do it, even though he's trying as hard as he can to get you off. And then the troll, he's going to look over at Crete, and he feels that blade still in his kneecap, and he is just pissed. So he unleashes a savage comment at you. He just compares you to a chapter in a book about shit. He just says you're nothing but diuretic shit, and he just really lays it on you. Does a 22 hit your dodge?
I just 33, so...
Okay, so it doesn't hit you. So he's just, screaming bloody murder about how you're shit, and you're kind of just like, no, I'm not. Dude, you suck at this. It doesn't faze you at all. Okay, on to Revan.
Kind of make my way over here. Bust out my crossbow again.
Okay.
Oof.
Okay, so you take out your crossbow, and as you're about to shoot it, you almost trip over your own feet as you let go of the bolt. It still manages to hit him somehow, and he feels it again. It's like a tiny little fly to him, though.
And, that's it.
All right, on to Jynx.
All right, I am going to cast weak fire shield.
Alrighty.
So that is going to encase me in fire. That does not harm myself.
Okay.
And does damage to anybody other than myself or the target I place it on. 1d4 fire damage.
Okay. Sweet.
And then I'm going to run forward with Kukri in hand. I don't think I can reach him this round.
So that spell was your action for the turn. You can still move. You just can't do any other attacks or anything.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
going to move forward. I just don't think I can get all the way to him this turn. 1, 2. Can I fit? Yeah, I'm just going to stop right here.
Yeah, no, that should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and then back to Darshgar, the man who's hanging by an arrow.
All right. So how far up this troll am I?
You're about halfway up. You're on his midsection.
All right. In that case, I want to try and go ahead and continue climbing him.
Okay, give me.
I want to get a good stab at his head.
Okay, give me another athletics.
No, that's not going to work.
No, so you try to make a leaping lunge up to get up to his head, but all your strength fails you, and you don't really move anywhere. Give me balance. Okay, so the troll again tries to shake you off him, but he's really weak. He's not feeling it, and you manage to hold on with relative ease.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and stab him from where I'm at then.
Okay. Okay, so you take out, you have your longsword in your hand, and you kind of just shove it into his chest, and somehow you actually find his heart out of this lucky strike. But he's able to resist it just slightly, his healing keeping him alive by the bearer's breath. Okay, and on to Crete.
All right, we're going for the other kneecap.
All right.
We're taking him down. He's too big.
Okay, so you run up to him trying to get his other kneecap, and while you don't get the kneecap, you do slice his inner thigh, and it's enough to put him down for the count.
Okay, cool.
And then the net troll, feeling his life fading, on his way down, he lets out one last scream of anger, and he launches a ugly insult at you, Crete, for knowing you're the one that finished his life. He basically just calls you a 1-star review. And does a 49 hit you against mental?
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 10 damage from the net troll's dying breath, and then he falls to the ground and ceases the move.
Fair enough. I take his head off now? Oh, no. All right.
Yeah, no. So he starts fading back into an energy form and just disappears completely. And then, just as he disappears, that same energy that brought you to this place, you feel it start circling you again. And before you know it, you're sitting back in front of your computer, wondering what happened, and if you need to sleep a bit more often because you're playing too many computer games. But then as you go to get up and leave your computer, you feel some ghost pains from the injuries you had in your dream, and you start thinking maybe this wasn't a dream. Alright, so that's it for this one. Yeah, hope you guys liked it. Y'all got any feedback, any questions?
It's fun.
It's great.
Yeah.
Alright, well, glad to hear it, guys. Yeah, y'all ready to go for your first actual playtest session? Right now, we only have one adventure open. I think the plan is to get a second one going next week. So we'll have some variations. And yeah, when you guys are getting ready to play, just write down your character names, and whenever you're joining in, Jeremy or someone else will throw your character into that game so you can get your character back.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So these will be with you until the launch, and probably even after the launch, you can keep it and use it as a base.
Sounds great.
Yeah. So yeah, do y'all have any other questions or?
No.
No questions here.
That's pretty straightforward.
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad you guys had fun. I'll hit up Jeremy, give him your character name, so he'll save your profiles, and yeah, y'all are good to go.
What's this about? Import your character to the character vault?
Yeah. So for that, you can kind of save your own character, but unless you have a pro account, you can only do that twice. So what we're doing is Jeremy has a pro account, so he has like an unlimited vault space. So he's just gonna grab all of your characters and hold on to them for you.
Let's see.
So yeah, so when y'all join a game, they're basically gonna ask for your character name, and then they'll pull it out of the vault for you.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. All right, there's nothing else. You guys have a great night or day, depending on where you're at in the world.
Well,
You too.
All right, thanks guys. It was fun.
absolutely.
It was fun. Have a good one.
Y'all too.